Welcome back to Damnation right here at Comicstorian. Here's what happened last time. The entire city of Las Vegas was destroyed, so Doctor Strange used his magic to revive everyone from the dead, but that didn't come without a cost. The Hotel Inferno, Mephisto's hotel, rose up in the middle of Las Vegas, allowing him to take souls from the ground floor of Earth. This led to a battle in which Doctor Strange tried to seal away Mephisto, but it turned into the Avengers turning into various Ghost Riders, Doctor Strange as well. Wong saw the problems and assembled his own team to battle against Mephisto and the forces of evil. This included Scarlet Spider, Ghost Rider, Iron Fist, Moon Knight, and even Blade, to name a few. Our story then continued with Ghost Rider, Scarlet Spider, and Iron Fist. Iron Fist has been wandering around the hellscape and has ended up finding Orson and his own sister and is trying to free them from their deal with Mephisto, in which they have to fight to free themselves in increasingly difficult battles. Can he save them? Ghost Rider was separated from the spirit of vengeance, and Johnny Blaze then fought his way out of hell with the Ghost Rider until they merged again and became the King of Hell. Scarlet Spider was showed that he's not as good as he actually thinks he is, and then was questioned, is he truly evil? And struck his own deal with Mephisto, leaving us on a cliffhanger. And the man of the hour himself, Doctor Strange, discovered that he and the rest of the Avengers were stuck in their own hellscape, locked away because their bodies were being used by spirits of vengeance. And as he was trying to find a way back home, he has seemingly teamed up with Dormammu. Can our heroes come together and finally defeat Mephisto and seal away Las Vegas, saving the day again? Well, stick around and find out, because you are at the Comicstorian channel, where we take some of your favorite pop culture universes, be it a video game, a movie, or a comic book, and we break down that story and lore into an audio drama. We give you an adventure that you can take with you. Today we're going to be telling you the storylines within Iron Fist 80, Scarlet Spider 17, Damnation 4, and then Doctor Strange number 389. Iron Fist is currently standing in front of the demon Decay, asking who would he have to fight to free his sister and Orson. And Decay tells him he's not really in a position to ask questions. It's simply a yes or a no, but you must answer quickly. Your fight has already begun. Miranda jumps up, kicking Orson in the head, yelling, "Finally! A face to put to the name of the coward who turned their back on Kunlun." Orson rubs his jaw, stating that he had his reasons for leaving, and he doesn't remember seeing her during his time there. The two go back and forth exchanging blows, but before Orson can finish it, Iron Fist runs into the ring shouting for them to stop. "That's my sister, Orson!" Orson looks down, and as he releases his grip, he says, "Great. That's just great." Miranda gets up hugging Iron Fist, stating that it's so great to see him. But is he dead as well? How? And Iron Fist tells her, "No, I'm not. I'm here to..." And just then, Decay steps in, telling them, "He's offered to fight! Daniel and his chunky Cobra friend offered to put their lives on the line in order to save you both." Orson looks at Iron Fist asking, "What did you do?" And Iron Fist tells him, "I couldn't sit by and watch you go through this." So Decay laughs, wiping a tear away. "Oh, it's so very touching. A fight is always so much more interesting when there's a good backstory. Anyway, the deal has changed." Decay turns to the crowd, telling everyone, "We have new contestants in a new fight. Orson Randall, Miranda Rand, her half-brother Daniel Rand, and the one that they call Fat Cobra, in a battle royale against the 12 remaining opponents. The last side standing at the end of the melee wins their souls and their freedom. The losers will spend the rest of eternity in the most gruesome, violent, depraved depths of hell." Orson yells at them, "This is insane! You should have stayed out of this, Danny. Now you've gone and put 4 lives on the line instead of just 1. Fat Cobra tells them, "Actually, it's 5. This is my mother, Mo Chow, and I am happy to see her, even in these circumstances." Iron Fist stops. "Look, there's only 12 of them, which means we each only have to take down 3. Easy peasy lemon squeezy." The announcer calls out that their 12 opponents are currently making their way to the ring. Hailing from the deepest depths of hell, the worst of the worst, the demons known to give Lucifer himself nightmares, the newer, deadlier, badder legion of violence. As the demons climb in, Orson says, "Great, we only need to fight 3 each." Iron Fist looks at the massive demons, saying, "I didn't think that this is what we were going to fight. I thought it'd be like normal people." And Orson tells him, "This is literally why we don't make deals with the devil. It's why the saying exists." Miranda tightens her gloves, telling them both, "I've never seen 2 grown men, Iron Fists no less, terrified of a fight. Did you not defeat Xiao Lao, the Undying, to earn your title? Each of you has defeated an ancient dragon, and yet the appearance of low-level demons has you scared?" Orson tells her, "You're right. And Iron Fist yells, "Yeah, let's do this!" Iron Fist is quickly punched out of the ring, and he runs back, breaking the face of the demon who threw him out. Orson gets picked up by a demon, stating, "I would give anything to have my guns right about now." And Miranda asks if he is an Iron Fist or an Iron Gun. Stop looking for an easy way out. Orson rips apart the demon holding him, stating, "This girl's a real peach, huh? Christmases must be a blast in the Rand household." Miranda punches the demon to death, telling him, "I've never spent a Christmas with my brother, but I am very much looking forward to it." Iron Fist punches the head off another demon, telling them both, "It's like I said, easy peasy lemon." And a demon tackles him, with Decay shouting, "Why are you still standing? 12 demons against 4. 5 lowly humans, end them already." One of the larger demons smacks Orson away, and just before he can finish it, Iron Fist runs over, knocking him out. Orson gets back up, stating that one really rung his bell. And Iron Fist asks if he can stand, so Orson tells him, "No, I'm done. But these last 3, they're worse than the 9 we've already put down." Orson powers himself up, and Iron Fist tells him, "We can handle this. You can't come back just to die here." Orson smiles, "I gotta do this. See you on the other side, Daniel Rand Kai." Orson then breaks away from Iron Fist's grasp, running him with both fists on fire, jumping up, telling them, "It's about time you all went back to hell." He comes crashing down as a loud explosion goes off, launching one of the demons up into Decay's box. And as the smoke clears, Iron Fist runs over to Orson, telling him to hang on, but Orson tells him it's too late. He lived a long life, dodged a lot of responsibility, caused a lot of havoc. This way, at least he can give him back family. It was worth it. Goodbye, Daniel. Iron Fist tries to lift him, but his body turns to ash, and it fades away. And back up in Decay's box, there's a knock at the door as Decay crawls out from under the giant demon. The demon pokes his head in, telling him that Mephisto would like a word with him. Decay tells the demon to tell Mephisto that he's a little busy at the moment. He will, the demon then says, "Mephisto insists on speaking with you immediately." Decay asks, "Did he sound angry?" The demon says, "He sounded very angry. He's already begun the process for creating an even lower rung of hell for you." Meanwhile, back up at the casino floor, Iron Fist says that he hates to fight and run, but he's got friends depending on him. Still another fire that needs to be put out. Miranda tells him that she can come with, but Iron Fist tells her no. She just got back. Fat Cobra can bring her to his place and he'll beat them later. Just do him a favor. Try not to kill Fat Cobra when he speaks. Miranda quietly says no promises. And with that, Iron Fist heads back to the Vegas Strip, knowing that he can do the same as Orson and lay his life down to ensure the safety of his friends. He allowed himself to become filled with doubt about his place, his role. He lost touch with his chi and identity. No longer. He is Daniel Rand, the Iron Fist, a living weapon, champion of Kunlun, and it feels great to be back. Meanwhile, back with Ben Reilly, the Scarlet Spider. Ben takes a moment to breathe, telling himself that he made a deal with the devil to save Abigail's life and save his own soul. Doing something like that should mess a person up, right? Like, disfigure them into some kind of evil thing? Ben takes off his mask and checks his face, telling himself, "Okay, maybe my soul is waiting to see what I actually do first. Whether I'm on the side of Mephisto or the Midnight Suns. Just how am I helping the Midnight Suns? By standing guard outside the stupid hotel." Ben Reilly punches a chunk off the side of the hotel, and as it regrows, Ben says to himself, "Great, not only does my hand hurt, but the wall fixed itself. At least the deal with Mephisto is simple. He'll cure Abby, cure my soul, and all I have to do is help him in a fight he'll probably win anyway. But then again, this is Mephisto. Might come up with some means to go back in the deal. And what am I supposed to do then? File a complaint with the Better Business Bureau? Just then a monster is thrown into a nearby car, narrowly missing Ben. He tells himself, okay, better make myself scarce and figure out what to do. Once Ben Reilly gets his bearings, Ben climbs up onto the nearby building, watching over the fight, aiming his rifle right at Wong. Will he do it? Will he side Mephisto in the end? Elsewhere, Jezebel watches Ben through a monitor and says that this is bad. This is really bad. Those people are all super and all, but they aren't bulletproof. A man watching with her tells her that Ben isn't going to kill anyone. Have faith in the Scarlet Spider. All they can do now is watch. Back on the streets, Ben Reilly trembles as he aims his rifle down at Wong's, telling himself that he just needs to do this one thing and Abby's life is saved. And as he looks behind him, he sees Ghost Rider Kane shouting, "Traitor! You didn't shoot! You didn't do anything! Mephisto knows! Betrayer!" Kane begins to breathe fire, and as he jumps away, Ben grabs him by the leg, swinging him into a wall. Kane slowly gets back up, and Ben sighs, telling him, "This is not how I expected to be spending my weekend. I'm gonna have to shut you down, and I better make it fast. Hopefully this vial of holy water will do the trick. Just need to get Kane away from the area." Moments later, Kane lands looking for Ben, but Ben jumps down, stepping on Kane's head, pinning him to the ground. He then picks up Kane, pouring the vial of holy water down his throat, telling him, "This is either gonna cure you or kill you, buddy. Really, either one of those is gonna be fine for me." Kane falls to the ground holding his throat and he lets out a fiery scream. And a few seconds later, Kane coughs, looking like his normal self. "What the hell just happened, Ben?" Ben helps him up, telling him, "You got possessed." "How did that happen?" Kane tells him, "A giant unearthly casino appeared out of nowhere. Naturally, I came to investigate it, same as you. But that's not what's bothering me. While I was possessed, the demon inside me kept yelling, 'Traitor.' Why would he say that?" Ben doesn't answer and Kane grabs him, going, "What the hell did you do, Ben?" Ben punches him off, telling him, "I made a deal, okay? I made a deal to serve Mephisto and help stop the Midnight Suns." Kane shouts, asking him, "Are you out of your mind?" And Ben asks him, "Don't you want to hear what the deal was about?" Kane tells him, "No! It's called a deal with the devil for a reason. Mephisto's going to screw you out of whatever he promised." So Ben stops him. He said he'd cure Abby. "But at what cost, Ben? Her soul too? Even if he cured her, he'll likely arrange an accident afterwards so that she dies anyway." Ben pauses for a moment and scratches his head. "Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. So what are we supposed to do now? Mephisto isn't going to reward me for not helping. Might as well round up all the possessed humans and toss them into a pool of holy water." Kane stops him. "That is most likely a good plan. Are you going to come and help?" And Ben tells him, "No. I'm going to show Mephisto what I've decided about our deal. The Midnight Suns need my help before it's too late." Moments later, down on the block, Ghost Rider Black Panther punches Mr. Knight to the ground and he leaps in to kill him, but Ben Reilly swings in, knocking him out of the air. Ben Reilly helps Mr. Knight up, asking, "Hey, are you gonna be alright?" And Mr. Knight tells him, "I'll survive." "Good, let's end this." But meanwhile, while everyone is fighting off the Ghost Rider Avengers, Mephisto rides out of the casino on Johnny Blaze's bike, and he stops just before Wong and the others. He tells them, "Oh, it's so nice of you all to show up. Thanks so much for the new bike, I love it. Though, sadly, the delivery boy couldn't quite make it. Which begs the question, what was the plan? Sending a pawn of hell to face its king on his own turf? Now that I'm saying it out loud, doesn't that sound dumb? Because it really is. So what now, Wong? You sent Johnny to his death. You led all the little soldiers to their deaths. How does it feel?" Wong stands there quiet, and then he looks up, smiling. Seconds later, all of the Ghost Riders turn and begin to blast Mephisto. As Ghost Rider Thor cracks Mephisto in the side of the face with Mjolnir and then lays the hammer down on him, Wong asks, "How does it feel?" Iron Fist asks, "What the hell is going on?" Not that I'm complaining or anything. And Wong tells him, "I'm sorry, but I couldn't speak on it before. But everything is going to be okay now. Mephisto is right, always has been. He knew that we wouldn't win, not here, not in his realm. But this isn't exactly his realm, is it? Not fully anyway. But no, while he was here, his seat of power stood vacant. You see, I have a man on the inside. His name is Johnny Blaze, former Ghost Rider, new Lord of Hell." Wong turns to Bats the dog, who is still inside Dr. Strange, telling him, "It's okay, you can leave Steven with me now." The others catch Steven before he falls, and he asks, "And what's going on?" Wong tells him it's okay now. "It's nice to see you again. Just don't try and move your legs. They're both broken." Mephisto begins laughing, shouting, "We will see if you speak the truth. If Johnny really did take my throne, let's all go have a look." The ground begins to crack with a loud crack-a-thum, and a path to hell opens up. As the ground separates, Wong falls through and Strange screams, "We have to save him!" But Man-Thing reaches out, grabbing Wong's hand, and Wong yells back, "It's okay! You have to trust me, I can fix this." So Strange tells him, "No, it's okay to be scared, we all are." And Wong stops him, telling him, "Whatever knows fear burns at the touch of the Man-Thing. Can't you see? There's nothing to be afraid of anymore." Wong lets go and Strange shouts for him to come back, but a few moments later, Wong lands, and as he inspects himself, Johnny asks, "Were you expecting something a bit more dramatic? Sorry to disappoint. Been a long time, Wong." And Wong tells him, "Actually, you've only been dead for about 20 minutes, maybe 15? Johnny asks him, "Really? No way! That's crazy. Hell is crazy. But I'm going to guess we need something else." Wong tells him, "I cannot thank you enough for your sacrifice, but this isn't for us. It's for Steven. Steven came to Las Vegas to resurrect something that was lost, something broken, and he came alone. And it was not because he thought he could do it himself. It's because he had no one else. Steven has had a difficult few years. He lost faith in himself, and in doing so, he lost faith that anyone would ever stand at his side again. We need to give him something to remind him that he's not alone." Johnny laughs, telling him, "You do know that I have all those Avenger souls lying around, right? How about we give him one of those? A little bit of a juice in the tank." Wong tells him, "No, not one of them. All of them." Back on the surface, Strange knocks Mephisto to the ground as the souls of the Avengers radiate inside of him. Mephisto asks, "What is this?" Strange comes down telling him, "Avengers, assemble!" Strange unleashes the powers of the Avengers, and Johnny tells Wong that once they get the city safe, do him a favor. Send Mephisto my way. Strange continues to pound into Mephisto, and Elsa Bloodstone asks, should we be stopping him? Isn't that what we're supposed to do? Mr. Knight tells her that Doctor Strange just became an Avengers god, and he's beating the devil to death. This is not a job for the Midnight Suns. Just then the skies part as Strange holds up a giant bolt of lightning, and Mephisto yells, "Okay, damn it, you can have your little city back, I give up." Strange looks down telling him, "I don't care." And with a thundering crack-oom, Strange strikes down the bolt, banishing all of those who are unholy from the city. As the skies clear, Black Panther asks, "And what happened?" And Falcon tells him, "Some magic stuff." Captain Marvel then says, "We all smell like brimstone." Wait, do I smell like brimstone? Thor shouts, "Nay, we smell of victory. The day has been saved. Thanks again to the Avengers." Everyone in the Midnight Suns turns and leaves, while Elsa Bloodstone quietly says idiots under her breath. And back in the crater, Strange kneels down, telling them that he doesn't understand. He had him, and then... But Wong sits next to him, telling him that Mephisto escaped as the lightning fell. He saw. Strange is then speechless. He doesn't know what to say. "You risked your life to rescue me after everything I've done." But Wong reassures him. "That's enough. I simply asked myself, even if Strange hated me, even if it meant the utter end of existence and corruption of every soul on Earth, would Steven come for me?" "Of course, Wong," without a second thought. And Wong tells him, "Yes, that's the thing. I did give your plan a second thought, and then a third, and that is why your plan worked." The two silently sit and they burst out laughing. And Wong says that he was always terrible at making plans, so Strange tells him, "I'm sorry that I ruined your plan by letting Mephisto get away." "Oh, I'm not so sure, Strange, because that's been taken care of." And deep down in hell, Mephisto sneaks around a corner when suddenly a chain is wrapped around his neck. Johnny stands there with all of the past Ghost Riders telling him, "It has been a long time. Got some folks that want to talk to you, Mephisto." And back on Earth, just as Wong is finishing his sentence, there's a flash of light, and Mephisto appears before them chained up. On his shirt is a note from Johnny stating, "Go easy on him. He had a rough couple hundred of years in the last few seconds." Or, don't. See you soon. As the sun comes up, Mephisto got what he wanted. A penthouse suite with a beautiful view overlooking the Vegas Strip, fortified with enough magical words to keep even a demonic Hulk in line. And for the hotel, well, apparently having the devil in your penthouse makes for one hell of a business. The Hotel Inferno became the #1 casino on the Strip. All in all, things went horribly. Couldn't have gotten worse, really. But you know what? Bat the dog asks if he would do it again in a heartbeat, and Strange laughs. Hell yeah. As the two get up, Bats tells him, "All right, that's the last hell pun," and Strange sighs, telling him, "Damn." The next day, Doctor Strange sits down to go over the events of what exactly happened. How that magic comes at a cost. For example, if you were to hit somebody, the price is that they may hit you back. Action, then reaction. Cost paid. So if you were to, say, resurrect a city and all of its inhabitants from the dead, the price for that action may be that every single demonic entity hates you and wants you dead, and they take notice of a very large hole in the fabric of the dimensional magic that you left wide open. Luckily for us, though, only one of the collective lords of the several hells managed to get out. The others were cast down, barred from their way back home, and banished into the Necro realm of eternity. That was until he showed up. The person sitting with Strange says that that's quite the story, and Strange tells them that the information could be a bit off, considering Dormammu is the one telling the story. But seeing as he and the other Avengers were trapped in a Necro realm with Dormammu, they were kind of limited on options. Dormammu claimed that he wished to escape the realm so that he may return to his own, which everyone knew was a lie. He wanted their help to open a portal so that he could leave, allowing him passage to Earth, which, by the way, is something that is literally his entire job to prevent from doing. But without Dormammu's help, everyone would have been trapped, if forever, in the hell that Mephisto had created while he took over the world. So after speaking with the other Avengers who were trapped in this hellscape, they all agreed on one thing. The Avengers would go first, and then Dormammu back to his realm, and then he would be the last one to go. Dormammu agreed and even gave him a spiritual arm in the process. The portal opened, and he blasted Dormammu. The Avengers stayed behind while he jumped through the portal, and Doctor Strange sealed it back up, returning back to the world of the living. Anyway, how have you been, Clea? Clea stares for a moment and asks, "Well, what happened next?" Strange tells her, "Oh, right, Johnny Blaze went to hell and he became its new king. He liberated everyone's souls, and then I got possessed by the combined spirits of the Avengers. After that, I struck Mephisto down with a magic soul lightning bolt and imprisoned him for eternity in his Las Vegas tower. It was quite the spectacle. Clea sips her tea, telling him, I wish I could have seen all that. But why do you think Mephisto used my image to lure you in? Strange sighs, telling her, maybe he knew that you would be the only person that I would believe who would come and help me. You really are the only person who hasn't let me down. Recently. Clea reaches over, taking Dr. Strange's hand, telling him, quit being such a baby. You just got done telling me this immense story about how all of your friends came to your side when you needed help, and you're still mopey. What's changed? What is missing? What have you lost that you feel so alone when surrounded by those who love you? Strange looks away and Clea drinks her coffee, telling him, Mephisto should have used her as a lure, Strange. You'd still be there. Strange tells her, don't do this. She was just a friend. Clea gets up, telling him, I know, but you should go home, take a shower, shave that ridiculous thing off your face, and call her. So later, Strange returns to the Sanctum Sanctorum, sits down on the stoop, and he calls Zelma. The phone rings, and he simply says, hey, yeah, it's me. And that concludes Damnation! We have a new King of Hell. Doctor Strange is reaffirming his relationship with Zelma. Iron Fist is back to being the Iron Fist, and his sister is back. Ben Reilly realizes that he's actually a hero, and for those of you guys who were wondering who Kane was, Ben Reilly and Kane are both clones of Peter Parker. All the way back from the 90s in the Clone Saga, they've popped up occasionally, and during the time of this storyline, Ben Reilly's Scarlet Spider featured both Ben Reilly and Kane going on adventures together, so that was why that was going on over there. Overall, this story was incredible. Did you ever want to see like a dozen Ghost Riders fighting a bunch of stuff? Well, hey, that's this story. Sorry if I got a little over the top with some of the voices. It's very difficult to do multiple different versions of demons, and due to an issue with our editors at the time of making this series, we had quite a few gaps between these, so I was trying to remember the voices that I used in previous episodes. So I apologize outright for some of the voices and maybe some of the more over-the-top stuff that was going on in my voiceover, but I had so much fun doing this series. Anytime I get to do something with the Ghost Riders, I have a blast. Ghost Rider is like one of my favorite characters in the 90s, and I'm so happy that he's getting his limelight finally. Johnny Blaze, Robbie Reyes, both my favorites. Danny's okay, but whatever. What do you guys think of this story down below? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Do you like the Ghost Rider? Do you like what's going on with Doctor Strange? Either way, I thought concluding this around Halloween would be a great way to finish this up, and I hope you guys had a blast with it. Don't forget, we're going to be covering the new Ghost Rider storylines now that this is wrapped up. So subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for a notification, and don't forget to get your own Spirit of Vengeance. I'll do a petted stare later. It's pretty cool. Anyway, thank you guys so much for your support. I really appreciate all of you who have watched this entire series. And if you're just now jumping on and you enjoyed it, check out the previous episodes. It's not as cringy as you think it is. I'll see you guys next time right here.